Honor Among Thieves by Nat and Diggs Palazzo. Interior, living room wall, night. A security alarm. It's white, square shaped with buttons. The LED screen reads armed.
This is the ADT wireless security system. It's pretty much state of the art.
Interior, luxury mansion, same. A series of shots showing various positions of sensors, detectors, and cameras, all tucked safely in corners out of reach and almost invisible to the casual eye. Exterior, mansion grounds, same. Of the same luxury mansion, we see a series of security cameras, lights, and sensors, all placed strategically, so every inch of the premises is under watchful eye.
Depending on which home security package you purchase, and this homeowner chose the deluxe. It comes complete with sensors, detectors, lights, and cameras.
Interior, darkened room, same. We see an array of TV screens showing the mansion and its grounds at different angles.
It even comes with its own CIA-style nerve center. Quite a sweet deal if you ask me, if you want your home protected.
A laptop, with a software program running lots of algorithms and oscillating signal waves scrolling down the screen. A pair of hands runs over the keypad, expertly typing in complicated commands.
This is Anton Ivanov. He likes to play computer games.
A finger hits the enter key and signal waves cut out. Same security alarm. The LED screen flashes from armed to disarmed. Interior, same darkened room. And see all the TV screens simultaneously switch off.
And when he plays, he likes to win.
Anton Ivanov, cold, calculating face. Right now, he emanates a proud smile, one of victory.
Black Hawk down.
Interior, car parked, night. Anton Ivanov is in fact in the passenger seat with his laptop. Next to him behind the wheel is Billy Ray Walker, all-American, all-criminal, sporting an LA Dodgers baseball cap.
That's why I love you, pal. You all set there, Larry?
In the back seat is Larry Ho, Asian American, nerdy in his oversized specs, running a last-minute check through his toolkit.
Good to go.
He snaps the toolkit shut. Exterior, car parked, same. They get out of the car. We see them fully for the first time. All three of them wearing black. Billy Ray's carrying a military bag, Anton's carrying his laptop, and Larry carrying his toolkit. They turn on their flashlights. As they start walking along, we get to see they're somewhere in the countryside, a secluded spot away from civilization. As they make their way towards the road, we open up and realize it's a private road that leads all the way up towards the massive luxury mansion we've already seen, with high walls and an impenetrable security gate. Exterior, luxury mansion, at the gate moments later. When they reach the gate, they stop, and for a second they hesitate to go further as the looming gate cuts a daunting presence, until Billy Ray calmly pushes the gate and it swings open, as simple as that.
Did I tell you that I love you?
Anton shrugs it off, like he's too cool for compliments.
Hey.
Exterior, mansion grounds, same. They make their way through the drive, passing a swath of manicured lawn with perfectly trimmed bushes and tall palm trees. They see switched off security lights and cameras dotted at intervals.
Are you sure all the cameras are switched off?
Well, after all this time, you still don't trust me.
It's just that we've never done anything this big before.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. Do you hear any police sirens?
They notice how silent the night is.
Exactly. Thank you. You're welcome.
Exterior, front of the mansion, moments later. They reach the front door. A faux Roman archway flanks them with impressive marble pillars. Billy Ray tries the door handle. The door is locked.
Backup manual locking system. Typical scenario.
Larry, old school, my friend.
Larry gets into position by the door handle and whips out his lockpick kit. First off, he pulls out a can of WD-40 and squirts it over the keyhole. Next up, he pulls out a pick and runs it through the hole.
Yep, the pins are all springy.
Places his ear right up to the lock and listens for sounds as he continues running the pick through the hole.
1, 2, 3. Yep, six pins. We have a clear key away.
Then he pulls out a specialized pick called an L-rake, the end of which looks like the shape of a key. He puts it in the keyway and rocks it up and down very gently. Click. Very fast and professionally, Larry tidies up his tools and puts them away. Billy Ray turns the door handle. The door swings open.
Larry?
I know. You love me.
Interior reception area, same. They enter and are immediately stunned by the size and beauty of the place. Ornate furnishings with a dramatic staircase.
What'd I tell you, huh? Does Billy Ray deliver on his promises, or does he deliver on his promises?
Exterior, same luxury mansion. Lawn, day, flashback. Billy Ray, in denim cutoffs and his baseball cap worn backwards, is raking the leaves off the lawn, bundling them together to be swept into a garbage bag right next to him. A Ferrari pulls into the driveway, and a rich woman gets out, bright and breezy, making her way to the door carrying lots of fashion bags. We notice Prada, Louis Vuitton among them. When she passes Billy Ray, she completely turns her nose up at him.
And don't forget the back lawn.
Yes, ma'am.
He checks out her booty as she passes. It wiggles sexily as she scuttles all the way up to the mansion. Interior living room, same flashback. The rich woman is leaning into a large ornate fireplace when, exterior, outside the window, same flashback, Billy Ray, with a massive cheeky grin on his face, is watching her bend over, her sexy rear in full view. On his face, he's enjoying every minute of it when his expression suddenly changes. He becomes immediately curious, and then his expression changes again. His eyes light up fantastically. Interior, reception area, night, present. We're back on Billy Ray, and his eyes are still filled with that wondrous moment. He shakes it off and indicates to a doorway.
This way.
Interior living room, moments later. They go inside, and it's even more impressive. The whole place looks like some recreation of the Greco-Roman palace.
We should have brought more bags.
Let's just stick to the mission.
Larry's checking out an expensive vase. Billy Ray's losing patience.
Larry, when you're finished.
Larry puts it back, but he's still in awe. They follow Billy Ray towards the large ornate fireplace. Anton strokes his hand over it, appreciating the beauty and quality of it.
Is this 100% marble?
In a house like this? What do you think?
I know, but
Anton turns around, looking at the whole room in awe.
I've never seen so much marble in one place.
Gentlemen, after you finish the tour.
The two guys get their focus back and look at Billy Ray, who indicates the firebox, the area inside the fireplace. It's filled with charred logs.
This is where it is.
Behind the logs? Oh man, we're gonna make a mess removing this.
That, my friend, isn't going to happen.
Acting very cool, Billy Ray leans into the firebox and searches through the narrow crooks till he finds a secret button. He presses it, and they all watch the fake charred logs swing out like a door, revealing behind it a steel vault. A look of excitement on their faces.
Larry, hello? I want to see magic.
Larry gets straight to it, rolling out his tools. He picks up a stethoscope, tapes the end to the vault, then plugs the earpieces carefully into his ears. He pulls out a magnifying glass and tapes it directly over the dial so the numbers are big and bold. And then carefully, he starts turning the dial, and in that instant, all the noise in the world drains out except for a series of clicks as the dial is turned. The clicks are so loud they boom like thunder. Inside the vault, we see the mechanisms working, 3 wheels attached to the rods with an arm lever at the side. At the moment, the first wheel is turning around, making continuous click sounds. But each wheel has a groove cut into it. As the first wheel keeps turning, the groove rotates towards the arm. As the groove brushes against the arm, then rotates underneath it, the arm slots down into the groove, making a unique clack sound. On Larry, he nods, understanding exactly what the unique clack sound means.
1 down.
And he keeps turning the dial carefully. Inside the vault, now the second wheel turns, and the groove just misses the connection to the arm. Larry shakes his head in disappointment. Billy Ray and Anton notice.
What? You can do it, right?
Shh.
Inside the vault, the wheel keeps on turning, and then the groove butts against the arm. The wheel turns a notch more, and the arm slots in. Clack. Larry breathes a sigh of relief. Inside the vault, the third wheel turning, but the groove is moving away from the arm. Larry, with intense concentration, keeps listening in on the clicks. As he keeps on turning the dial, the same click patterns keep repeating. He's getting frustrated. Then he turns the dial the other way around. Inside the vault, now the third wheel is moving towards the arm, the groove inching closer to it. Larry nudges the dial round just a touch more. Inside the vault, and the arm slots into the groove. Clack. Larry looks at his pals and gives the thumbs up. Anton and Billy Ray explode in excitement.
All right!
Yeah! All 3 of them huddle around the vault as Billy Ray spins the vault wheel round. Coo-click. The door unlatches. They look at each other with bated breath. They do the sign of brotherhood as they all lay their hands over each other's hands. One for all and all for one, and simultaneously swing the vault door wide open. Their faces light up in an explosion of joy. Inside the vault is a huge pile of money stacked neatly in wads filled almost to the top. Anton kisses his hands with religious joy and releases the kiss up into the air as an exaltation to God. Billy Ray just can't stop grinning, and Larry Ho's jaw remains slack. They remain mesmerized, what seems like forever, idolizing the wall of money. A beeping sound emanates from somewhere, and Anton knows exactly what it is. He quickly opens up his laptop and sees the signal waves returning, at first in very small arcs, but steadily building.
Oh, fellas, we have unwanted company.
What is it?
The security system must have some encrypted backup command. It's fighting back against my jamming signals.
What the fuck does that mean?
It means we have 3 or 4 minute stops. 5 if we're lucky, then boom, we're all over the news.
So we better move quick.
I hear you.
In one swift move, Anton unzips his jacket, whips out a 9mm Beretta with a silencer, and unloads a cap in Larry's chest. Larry hits the deck instantly, stone cold dead, as a pool of blood spreads across his chest.
Told you I was a good shot.
Not now.
You said to move quick.
To get the money out. You're supposed to shoot him with the car. Now we have to carry him back.
Ah, fuck. I'm sorry. I got caught up in the heat of the moment.
Billy Ray is ultra pissed, but quickly begins shoveling money into the bag.
Come on, give me a hand.
Exterior, mansion grounds, a little later. Anton and Billy Ray are hustling across the lawn, both of them struggling with the weight they're carrying. Anton with a heavy bag of money plus his laptop and Larry's toolkit, while Billy Ray is coping with Larry's corpse.
How much time we got left?
Security alarm on the wall. The LED flashes from disarmed to arming. Exterior mansion grounds, same. As the two thieves keep running, the security lights behind them start switching on, one at a time, pools of light getting closer to them.
Move those legs, soldier.
What do you think I'm doing?
As they approach the security gate, they see the camera above it coming to life with a flashing red light as it swivels towards them.
Oh, shit.
Back on the alarm, the LED screen flashes armed. Interior, darkened room, same. All the TV screens switch on at the same time. Exterior mansion grounds, same. All the cameras come alive with flashing red lights as their lenses open up. At that instant, Billy Ray and Anton squeeze through the gate and dive to the side. As the security gate light beams a spotlight over the area, missing them by inches. Out of breath, they remain slumped to the ground, tucked in the shadows.
Damn.
Exterior car parked a little later. Still struggling with their heavy loads and almost out of breath, they finally make it back to the car. Billy Ray props the corpse against the car and gets out his keys. He unlocks the driver's door, and the sound of the central locking system opens all the doors.
Put the money in. I'll deal with Larry.
As Anton throws the bag into the back seat, Billy Ray makes his way to the trunk and opens it. Inside, there's a concrete block with a thick chain attached to it. He slides the heavy block to one side and starts squeezing Larry into the trunk. But it's a bit of a hard slog.
Do you need a hand?
I got it.
Anton shrugs, no arguments from him. He gets into the car. By now the corpse is fully in the trunk, and Billy Ray slams it shut. Interior car moving sometime later. Billy Ray behind the wheel, Anton next to him. Bag of money is in the back seat. The two of them look much more relaxed now.
You think anybody will miss him?
His family's in Hong Kong.
What if they find out?
What if they don't?
Come on, they'll find out sooner or later.
Let them. It's nothing to do with us.
Just don't want this shit coming down back to me.
Hey, it's your idea.
I know, but...
Relax, will you?
yeah, maybe I'm thinking too much about it. But we got the money, eh?
We fucking did.
They high-five each other. By now they're approaching a bridge. Exterior, the bridge, same. The car pulls up. The bridge is old, made of iron, and stretches across a river flanked by countryside as far as the eye can see. Over the horizon, city lights are just about visible. Interior car parked, same. As Billy Ray turns the engine off, he indicates the edge of the bridge.
Go to the side. Make sure nobody's around.
And if they are?
Use your initiative.
Exterior bridge, same. Anton gets out of the car and makes his way to the side of the bridge. He leans over, observing the endless stretch of water, and gazes across the open landscape, not a soul in sight. At this point, Billy Ray approaches with the corpse in his arms.
Go get the block, will you?
Obediently, Anton makes his way to the trunk. We follow him as we leave Billy Ray off frame.
You know, I did the Google search. This river is 40 feet deep.
Sounds good enough for me.
Anton grabs the block with the chain. It's heavy, and he drags it slowly back towards Billy Ray, who we still don't see.
Should be deep enough to hide the body.
Then I don't have nothing to worry about.
Now Billy Ray comes into frame, and he's aiming a Smith & Wesson right at Anton.
What are you doing?
It's pretty fucking simple, don't you think?
Startled, Anton turns around and is so shocked he drops the block. Larry is up on his feet, alive and well.
It's called payback, you son of a bitch.
But how, eh?
Larry unzips his jacket, a bulletproof vest underneath. Where the bullet hit is a burst Ziploc bag taped to him that leaked fake blood. He dips his finger into the blood and gives it a taste.
Golden syrup, with a drop of red food coloring, obviously. You know, if you add a pinch of cocoa powder, it deepens the red color.
Interior, auto repair shop, night, flashback. An old dusty garage, car parts littered everywhere. Billy Ray in greasy coveralls is working on his car engine. Nearby, Anton is on his laptop, running algorithmic commands.
Larry Hall.
What about him?
Just saying, you know?
Billy Ray stops what he's doing and approaches Anton.
No, I don't know. What are you saying?
Just, you know. Two's companies, three's a crowd.
At this very moment, the camera moves away from them and we go through a brick wall and enter into interior storeroom, same, flashback, where we see Larry with his stethoscope to the wall, eavesdropping on every single word they're saying. Their voices are amplified, we're hearing them through the stethoscope.
And you, don't like crowds.
Do you?
A pause.
What have you got in mind?
Bullet to the heart. Quick. Clean, painless.
Interior, military hardware store, day, flashback. Larry Ho inspecting a bunch of bulletproof vests on display as the store owner guides him through them.
Ceramic is most popular as it gives you level 4 protection at a reasonable weight, but it can't be banged around as much as other materials for long-term durability. Polyethylene is ultra lightweight but expensive and not rated to stop armor-piercing threats and can be damaged in heat over 150 degrees Celsius. And this baby is steel and is inexpensive and extremely durable, but a much higher risk of bullet ricochet and only level 3 protection. And this sucker is for ex-girlfriends.
He grins, but Larry doesn't find it funny. Interior, Larry Ho's kitchen, night, flashback. His recently purchased bulletproof vest lies in a chair, but on the table he's making a real mess of things as he's mixing syrup and powder ingredients into a jug. It's filled with thick liquid that is turning red. As he keeps stirring, he's watching a YouTube video on his laptop showing somebody making fake blood.
And make sure you mix 10 millimeters of golden syrup, 5 millimeters, or 1 teaspoon of water, 2 drops of red food coloring.
Exterior bridge, night, present, where we see Anton cowering in fear, his hands raised in a surrender position.
Please, I knew you were going to do this. I had the whole thing planned.
Planned?
It's a joke. Come on, it's me, Anton. You know how I like to play games. I would never kill you for real. I was joking.
Hey, Anton,
Anton turns to face Billy Ray.
I'm not joking.
And Billy Ray pops a cap in Anton's head. He goes down in an instant, blood trickling from a perfect round hole.
What are you doing? This is my revenge.
He was gonna make a move for his gun.
A move? He had his hands up in the air.
Believe me, Anton's fast. That motherfucker was Soviet Army for some shit. See how fast those motherfuckers went into Crimea? I weren't gonna take any chances.
Hey, I'm a pretty quick draw too.
I'm not disputing that, but since my piece was already drawn, well, I just had to act fast. Besides, he fucked me over too. When he said he wanted to kill you, that hurt my feelings.
Larry is touched by that.
Hey, thanks, man.
They do a fist bump, followed by a coded handshake that homies do. Immediately, they get to work, wrapping the chain around Anton, tightening the concrete block around him so it's on securely. Then, with all their strength, they haul the corpse over to the side of the bridge.
Good night, scumbag.
Pleasant dreams, motherfucker.
They drop the corpse, watch it hit the water with an almighty splash. In no time, the body starts sinking under a pool of churning water. The 2 remaining guys high-five each other over a job well done.
Now let's get the fuck out of here before someone sees us.
He starts making his way back towards his car,
Hey, Billy Ray.
and Billy Ray turns.
Yo,
He sees Larry aiming a .44 Magnum at him.
what the fuck?
In my book, two's also a crowd.
Then he shoots Billy Ray stone cold dead right between the eyes, tearing a hole through the flesh. It's a massive gash, and as blood keeps squirting out. Calmly, Larry puts his piece away and gets into the car. Interior, car parked, same. He gets in behind the wheel and checks the back seat. The bag of money is still there, and that brings a huge smile to his face. He faces front, makes himself comfortable, straps his seatbelt on, starts the car, and drives off. Exterior, the bridge, same, leaving Billy Ray's corpse sprawled over the sidewalk. Interior storeroom, night, flashback. Returning to the point where Larry Ho is eavesdropping with the stethoscope to the wall, listening in on his two cohorts plotting away.
What have you got in mind?
To the heart. Quick, clean, painless.
Tell me, are you good enough shot?
Me? You're kidding, right? Spent 2 years in the Russian army.
And right at that point, the camera moves away from Larry, moving behind him and across the room, passing boxes of engine oil and other car accessories, until finally it comes to rest on a wall showing a picture of Jesus Christ on the cross. And as the camera gets closer to Jesus, we focus on his face in particular. And where his left eye is, it's replaced by a tiny camera lens. Interior, auto repair shop, flashback. Right now, Billy Ray moves away from Anton for no reason but to casually pace about as they continue plodding away.
I just want to make sure that you have good aim is all.
I'm telling you, you have nothing to worry about.
Good. It's good.
By now, Billy Ray reaches the workshop bench where there's a laptop on it. He positions the laptop at an angle so Anton won't be able to see the screen, and just in the nick of time as Anton looks over.
You know, you should trust me more.
I do.
Hey, what you looking at there?
Nothing really. Just making sure I'm the highest bidder.
Highest bidder.
Laptop screen. We see the Jesus Eye POV watching Larry Ho eavesdropping.
Yeah, there's a rare vintage Mickey Mantle baseball card on eBay I got my eye on.
Mickey Mantle?
American hero.
Exterior, suburban street, day, flashback. Billy Ray pulls up in his car to the sound of distant screaming that immediately grabs his attention. Curious, he looks out from his car, and all he sees is a nice suburban house with a garage. And there's that screaming again. And this time, Billy Ray notices the garage door slightly open. At this point, Billy Ray cracks a smile to himself. He knows something we don't. So he gets out of the car with a bag full of McDonald's and heads straight for the garage. He squeezes through the gap in the door, only to see interior garage, same flashback, a big friggin' butcher's knife about to come down on a frightened teenage girl. She's drenched in blood, screaming for her life. A big chubby kid comes blustering out of the shadows, waving the blade down.
Okay, let's just stop right there.
As he continues barging over, he almost trips over a camera on a tripod and bangs his head on the boom mic that's being held by a young girl. The chubby kid is Ollie Osnick, an older than 16, wearing a camera lens like a necklace and a baggy Friday the 13th t-shirt. He storms right over to the blood-drenched girl and gestures wildly at her.
Janice, you call that acting? What am I paying you for?
I haven't received one single penny.
Feeling immensely offended, she bolts up and storms out of the garage.
Hey, where are you going? Well, we have to wrap this up before my mom gets back.
She's halfway across the road by now. Disappointed, Ollie notices Billy Ray.
Actors.
And at that point, Ollie turns and sees a tall guy in a mechanic's outfit with a Halloween pumpkin mask on, still wielding the knife, about to strike.
You can put that knife down now, Harry.
The pumpkin mask figure lowers the knife and shakes his head in disappointment as he walks off. Billy Ray tosses Ollie the McDonald's.
Bad day at the office, huh?
Nobody understands my genius.
Well, Ollie, how about putting your genius to good use?
Yeah? What have you got in mind?
Exterior, bridge, night. And Billy Ray sits up, alive and well. He picks at his bullet wound and tears it off, revealing a dangling piece of rubber latex between his fingers.
Thank you, Ollie.
We notice a small thin tube running from the latex all the way up inside his baseball cap. He removes his cap and we see the tube attached to the blood squib. A charge has gone off, leaving a dirty gunpowder stain. Billy Ray rips the blood squib off and throws it away. Exterior, same luxury mansion, night, flashback. We're at the point where Larry is concentrating on the clicking sounds from turning the dial in the vault. But instead of focusing on Larry as before, we're now focusing solely on Billy Ray, who steals a glance at Anton and notices the Russian nervously watching Larry do his thing. That's good. So Billy Ray sees his chance and quietly reaches for Larry's toolkit and unfolds one of the side flaps, revealing a bulky pouch. He unbuttons it carefully, but just to make sure, he steals another glance at Anton, who is still fixed on Larry. That's very good. Now Billy Ray dips his hand in the pouch and gently slides out the .44 Magnum, then carefully pushes the latch forward, releasing the barrel. Now, very gently, he removes the bullets from the chamber and replaces them with blank cartridges that he takes out of his pocket. Interior car, moving, present. Larry, behind the wheel, is grinning wildly to himself.
Can't believe they're such suckers.
He looks in the rear view, and it gives him pleasure to see that the coast is clear.
They fucked with the wrong guy this time.
The road takes a dip as it starts moving downhill towards the city lights, as we see an urban sprawl popping up over the horizon.
So what's it gonna be, huh? Florida? Nah. Mexico. Maybe. Cuba. What about Cuba, huh?
As the car keeps going downhill and picking up speed, Larry suddenly notices the traffic light up ahead turning red. He goes to hit the brake pedal, but the car keeps moving faster.
Hey, what the fuck?
Larry panics as he keeps slamming the brake down and down repeatedly, but the car keeps getting faster.
Fuck!
By now he's almost at the junction, and what's worse, he sees a car coming towards him from the other side. Exterior bridge, night, flashback. At the moment when Billy Ray's car pulls up, and Billy Ray and Anton are in front.
Go to the side and make sure no one's around.
And if they are?
Use your initiative.
As Anton gets out, Billy Ray pulls out a switchblade and very quickly removes the steering shaft panel, exposing a bunch of cables. Knowing which one to go for, he quickly saws off one particular cable, then quickly replaces the panel. Then, as he's getting out of the car, he saws at the seat belt, fraying the material so it cuts all the way through till there's only about half a centimeter left. It's barely holding the belt together. Interior car, moving, night. And Larry Ho is screaming for dear life as the car zooms towards the junction, out of control. He's slamming on the brake pedal, but it's a futile attempt. Exterior, junction, same, is right upon him as an oncoming car from the side honks wildly at the sound of screeching tires as both cars swerve to avoid each other. They do, barely, but Billy Ray's car spins out of control, and as Larry continues screaming, the car plows into a parked car. A huge explosion of metal and glass as Larry is hurled through the windshield, the tiny fray from the seatbelt snapping, and Larry crash lands on the other car, his face torn to shreds. He lies there unmoving as the car's lights flash and the sound of alarms wailing in the night. Exterior, bridge, same. Billy Ray heard the accident, and the wailing of the car alarm is music to his ears as he thumps the air in celebration. Ha! And off he runs, towards the direction of the accident, as fast as he can. As he keeps running, he sees the guy from the other car who swerved out of the way, getting out, rushing towards the accident.
Hey, no, I got it covered.
The guy looks confused, but he continues towards the car.
What are you, deaf? I got this!
But there's a man!
Don't you think I know? Now get back in your fucking car.
But...
Billy Ray pulls his gun out on him, and the guy hightails it back inside his car and runs off. Immediately, Billy Ray gets to his car, opens the back door, and pulls the bag of money out. The weight of the bag on his shoulder makes him feel ecstatic. Calmly, and with all the cockiness in the world, he strolls up to Larry, who's sprawled on the next car's trunk. And he looks directly into Larry's eyes. But Larry's eyes are barely open. The onset of death is approaching, and that makes Billy Ray smile. Interior, roadside diner, day, flashback. Billy Ray and Larry are hanging out, enjoying some fast food and sipping Coke. Billy Ray takes a big gulp and puts his Coke down, looking Larry Ho directly in the eye.
Anton plans to kill you.
What?
He's gonna shoot you. Right here.
You're joking, right?
Would I joke about this?
Larry acts like he can't believe it. It's not a very convincing performance, and Billy Ray notices, but lets it slide.
But why? When? Where?
Let's just say he wants me in on it.
This is crazy.
That day, you know when I was running the checks on the car? That's when he told me.
Really? That day when I was out of town?
Interior storeroom, night, flashback. Eavesdropping with a stethoscope to the wall.
A bullet to the heart, quick, clean, painless.
Interior diner, night, flashback.
Yeah, that day when you were out of town.
Interior auto repair shop, night, flashback. Showing Billy Ray watching Larry eavesdropping on his laptop. Interior diner, night, flashback.
Motherfucker! That fucking motherfucker! He has no honor!
He's a fucking scumbag. Can't be trusted.
Exactly. Not like us.
Right.
We're totally trustworthy.
Fucking hey.
100%.
Without a doubt.
Their eyes quickly shift away from each other, avoiding contact like what liars do. A flash of guilty looks, which they quickly suppress. Larry takes a long, slow sip of his coke to compose himself. He successfully projects an aura of honesty.
So what's the plan, my man?
Taste of his own medicine.
I'm all ears.
Exterior car accident night, present. Billy Ray manages one more grin. It's a grin savoring his victory over his partners in crime. He mockingly salutes the dead Larry and waltzes off, his big bag of money slung comfortably over his shoulder. And that's when the camera moves right up to the bag, to the point we hear a steady rising sound of tick-tock, tick-tock. Interior, same luxury mansion night, flashback. And at that point where Larry is listening in on the safe as he's turning the dial, but this time we focus on Anton, who steals a glance at Billy Ray and notices the American anxiously watching Larry at work. Anton sees his chance and takes a small bundle of dynamite wired to a circuit board out of his pocket. Very quietly, he slips the bomb into Billy Ray's bag. Exterior streets, night, present. As Billy Ray continues walking away from the accident, the bag firmly slung over his shoulder, we hear the tick-tock sounds growing ever louder. In the river, Anton's body is sinking into the murky depths as his body hits the riverbed. Inside his pocket, where we see a detonator, it crushes on impact. Billy Ray explodes in a mass fireball. Chunks of flesh rain down as the night sky lights up in a shower of burning money. The end.